to follow your dreams. Isn't that what we all want to do? I know that's what I want to do. I know that when I think of a happy life for myself in the future, when I think of just walking around, rolling in a Bentley, just windows down, feeling like fresh as ever, then I'm like, man, I'm glad I followed my dreams. Okay, that might be a little extensive, but I definitely know that when I think of myself in the future as being happy, I credit it to me following the things that were truly important to me, my passions and my dreams. And that's why I really wanted to restart my Ask Flex series with this question from a viewer of mine. And really kind of hopefully revamp you guys to get rid of that fear of following your dreams. You know, that fear of what if I follow my dreams and I fail? And I hope that this video helps you guys kind of gain a better understanding of how you can follow your dreams and hopefully do it in a successful way. I'm actually going to read the entire message that this individual sent to me because I think that we can all gain something by me reading the whole thing to you. I think it's really interesting. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully I won't mess up too much. Here we go. So this guy says, the problem I'm having at the moment is that although I want to do what makes me happy, I know that if I want to be happy in later life, I need to have a source of income and be able to look after my family when I have one day. I don't want to be in a dead-end job and struggling to provide for my kids because I tried to do what I really wanted to do and failed. My dad was studying to become a marine biologist in university when he was younger, but stopped on his final year to work on a cruise ship. He had an amazing time and traveled to loads of different countries and met thousands of people and has had great stories from his travels, and met my mom as well. However, when I was younger, he always had money problems. He ended up splitting from my mom and got really depressed. I was quite young at the time and didn't really understand and found it difficult because I couldn't help him. I also had to lend him money I had saved up for Christmas and birthdays so that he could pay for rent and car maintenance so he could go to work. I didn't mind this, but I know how hard it was for him to ask his son, the person he was meant to be providing for money so that he could live. I will never forget the pain in his eyes the first time he asked me. I never want to have to be in that position. So although I would love to follow my dreams and do the things that really make me happy, I know that I need to get myself an education so that I never have to be in that situation. I'm currently studying forensics, computing, and security at university, and I do enjoy it, but I'm really just not that motivated to do work. My real passions are film, acting, and dancing, and I always seem to like an effortless task to dance because I love it. In an ideal world, I'd love to be a professional, but I know I have to get an education. My only question is it really worth doing something that isn't your passion, which could lead to you to having a miserable life so that you can be financially stable in the future? I mean, I only have one shot at life. Do I really want to spend it doing something my heart doesn't want to do? So, wow, let's take a second and kind of think about that, right? I think that's a big question, and that's something I think a lot of us, especially when we're, I think, transitioning from maybe high school to college, mid-center of college, when life really starts to look at you in the face, you know? Because when you're young and in high school, you don't really think too much about what you want to do, and you kind of do, and you have dreams, but they're not things that we really push into reality yet until we finally turn 18 and we're finally adults, and we can go, wow, I can really do whatever I want right now. And that's when life really starts to stare you in the face. And this guy, I think he has posed an absolutely amazing question because it really, I think that a lot of us can relate to it because we all have these dreams, we all have these passions that we want to do. You know, everybody's got one dream or another, whether it's big or small, whether it's attainable or unattainable. We all have things that we would really enjoy to do in our lives, and we ask ourselves, should I follow this passion? Should I go after it? Or should I do what my parents are telling me to do? Or should I do what I think other people think I should do? You know, who should I follow, my dreams or this, you know, someone else's dream, etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to answer your question by giving you some experiences from my own life, okay? So when I first got into college to where I am right now, and I'll let you guys know I've been in college for a decent amount of time, I really, really struggled and fought through college my first couple years. Those were definitely the hardest for me. And I remember going to school every day, and my only focus was, what can I do to get out of this place because I hate it? So I'll give you guys a little bit of background information. I'm a business guy all the way. I love business. I love music. I love gaming. And it's always been a passion of mine. It has always been a dream of mine to come up with a business idea involving one of my passions: music, gaming, film. One of those three things, and to do that for a living because I know that I already love it. So when I was a freshman, sophomore, junior, I spent a lot of time focusing on how can I get myself out of this place by really manifesting the idea of, like, I know I need to come up with a business idea that involves one of these three things, so I need to do it now. I put all this pressure on myself to get myself out of college because I hated it so much. And I had this screaming desire to go, I know I want to do these other things that I'm so passionate about. I don't want to get a degree. I don't want to work for a stupid corporation. I don't want to be in chains because I'm working under somebody. I want to be my own boss. I want to be that cool boss that people love to work for. I want to have that great business. I want to have that awesome business environment like Google, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, I felt like every day I went to college, I was kind of pushing my dreams aside, saying, I'm not going to really follow you guys because I'm going for a degree. And it really took me a handful of years in college to really get to a point to where I understood what I was doing in college. And hopefully this next part answers your question, bro. I'll tell you guys that last semester I did the best I've ever done in college. The best I've ever done, and it completely blew my mind how well I did. And it really, my hard work pays off for it. And my change of attitude. I really gained an understanding of knowing that getting a degree for me is now something that's not necessarily a chore. I don't enjoy going to school still very much. It's something that has been hard for me for a while, but I've learned to look at it in a different aspect. And here's what I want to tell you, is that now that I look at school, I look at it as a sense of a safety net. Okay? So when I graduate from college, I am still going to be plenty young to do whatever I want to do in life, okay? I get my degree, I can do whatever I want. So me getting my degree a year from now is no different from me dropping out of school a couple years ago, okay? Except that in the end game, I would either, with one direction, I wouldn't have a degree, and then with the other direction, I would have a degree. Now, I mean, granted, if I dropped out of high school 2 or 3 years ago, maybe I would have started a business sooner. You never know. I never know. But I do know that I want to follow my dreams and passions, but I do not want to make the mistake of getting myself in a situation in life where I tried something, I failed at it, or I tried something and I thought I was going to be passionate about it, and I really got involved with it, and then I said, wow, I hate this. And I didn't have a fallback plan, I didn't say, oh my God, I'm 28 and I don't even have a college degree. I didn't want to be in that point in my life, okay? And I know I'm not 28, I'm not close to 28, it's an example. But my point is that right now I've gained a new understanding that I'm going to get my degree just for my future security. Getting my degree does not at all mean that I'm going to graduate and then go get a job at a corporation. And I get lots of people that ask me, when you graduate, who are you going to work for? Who are you going to work for? And I tell them, you know what? Nobody. I really have absolutely no plans to graduate and go work for a corporation. I'm going to graduate and then I'm going to follow my dreams, and I'm going to try that for a couple years. And if it doesn't work, then I'll get a job for a corporation. I'll work for a while, save up a bunch of income, and then I'll try again. But the point is that, bro, if you have passions, if you have dreams, by all means, I think that every single one of you, including you, bro, that I'm answering your question, I think you should all chase those passions and dreams. Even though I'm in college right now, I still brainstorm all the time for really cool business ideas. I'm always brainstorming. And, if I started a business that happened to make like $100,000 a year and I'm still in college, yeah, I would probably chill back on college a little bit. I wouldn't drop out, but I would still get my degree, okay? So I'm going to get it either way for a security in the future, and I think that's something that we should all do. But I also think that chasing our passions is something that we should never forget. So, bro, whether you continue in college or not, I will say that chasing your passion, chasing your dreams is going to be the thing that ultimately makes you happy. But at the same time, I think that you're going to be much more secure and happy knowing that you have a degree to fall back on, just in case. Just in case. I'm not saying that you're going to fail, but it's always good to have something like that, because what if someday you do have a family and you say, well, these haven't worked so far, so maybe I'll work for a while and gain some capital, and then I'll go and try again. But at least I can support my family comfortably. I don't have to ask kids or family members for money. You don't want to be in that same position that your father was in. And no disrespect to him or anything. I'm just saying, for your own self-well-being, So that's what I do. I'm gonna graduate college, and then I'm gonna do my dreams and stuff. And I still work on them even when I'm in college. And I'm actually working on a business idea right now with the great G Money. For those of you who remember who he is. And I'm still in college, and it's something that I came up with that I knew that I could work on while being in college, and I'm planning on launching it soon with G Money, and it's gonna be great because it's gonna affect you guys directly. But that's an example of like even when you're in college, it doesn't mean that you can't work on your dreams and passions. College isn't an excuse, and sometimes I think people use it as an excuse to want to drop out. They say, well, I can't do my passions and dreams because I'm in college because I'm too busy. Well, you make time for the things that are important to you, and I promise that you will have plenty of time when you graduate from college to really chase after your dreams and stuff. Even if you graduated when you were 26 or 27 or 28, I mean, dude, you still have plenty of time. So don't even stress, man. You'll be in a better place no matter what. But in the end game, it's totally up to you. If you really think you can do it without a college degree, then by all means, go for it. But you need to weigh the benefits and go from there. So hopefully I answered your question. I hope that my personal insight gave you guys a little bit of motivation to say, I can do school in this too, or maybe you don't want to do school. I don't know. But I figured I would give you guys my 2 cents from my personal experiences to hopefully make you guys think about following your dreams and all that good stuff. Anyways, wow, this is a long-ass video, and I answered one question. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this. It was a pleasure bringing back my Ask Flex series. Remember, if you have questions and stuff to send them to askxilentflex@gmail.com. This will definitely be a reoccurring weekly series from now on, so get super stoked from that. And guys, I hope you have a super awesome weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm going to post this today, which is Sunday. If not, then you'll probably be seeing it on Monday. Anyways, guys, love you so much. Thank you for the support and all that. Hugs and kisses. As always, stay fly and stay fresh, and I'll catch you later, guys. Peace.